Let's see what the guides are ushering in. What messages do they share with us today? Maybe we can find something that seems clear, crystal clear. I feel this. It's kind of funny. It's like that big soap bubble, but the edges are very strong. It's like an embryo. And then there's these beings, and I can't tell if they're where they come from. But it feels like this embryo, it keeps away. Maybe it's these beings from the astral plane. You know, the more you shine your light, the lighter and brighter you become. You find that the shadow, not your shadow, but the shadow, the dark, tends to try creep in around you. So this essentiality of your spiritual hygiene, keeping yourself clean. So as I look out, I see these like beings, and they're kind of clamoring on this big bubble. So for me, it's a great practice to remember that sometimes the thoughts that we have, because I've seen this before, you have these strange thoughts that enter your mind, but it's not you. It's the shadow trying to make you feel uncertain or to doubt, so that your vibration would fall. So every day, just breathe deeply. Bring your body like beautiful and tall. Let's take a deep breath in together and find the guidance that is guiding us. Oh, like this. It says expansion. It's like the Star of David, like the Metatron cube. It says expansion. It's got the number 44, and yesterday, I was writing like a text message out with dates on it. But then I kept seeing like the number 44, like in everything. It wasn't like written down, but it was just like popping out of the page. It was really strange with the text. So this is 44. This lineage of the priestess that we'll be going on is this 44. And I've been asking myself truly, like, what is this passage? Because when I share something, I want to share something that is truly channeled through. I don't like to look outside and see what other people have done, because then I feel like we're just replicating somebody else's energy. And I'd rather bring in my own energy. The energy of that which is being facilitated through me, to make that sound a little bit clearer. This passage is about completely surrendering, like emptying your mind so that you become a vessel to hold light. And so this is like a spiritual vehicle that as we do this work, so maybe that's what I'm seeing as a spiritual vehicle that houses us. And the more we do this work, it is said that the facets upon this vehicle become more formed and stronger. And so as we ascend, as we enlighten ourselves, which literally means living in a delighted, blissed out, not thinking, distracted world, having this connection. Maybe the 44 is this invitation that she is ready, that she is ready to lead. The energy that's been asked through this full moon is about you stepping into your leadership role. Last night I was sharing a sound meditation for one of the yoga studios. And in the meditation, I had this clearest realization. And it was, before I wrote down words for today, it was all about stepping into this leadership role. We're at this massive juncture. We're in this massive air cycle. New creative, inspirational energy wants to come through. So this is about expanding ourselves, emptying ourselves, and allowing the divinity to come in. Because we've lived so much in our head, we've forgotten how to be in our heart. But when we start to live in our heart, it's like one of those little magical Michelangelo keys that unlock, where you have to find the right word. And then everything's written on that little parchment paper. And if you break it, the water dissolves it. And I feel this actually is a powerful vibration that wants to come through. Sitting in the space is something that's unlocking. It's profound. And once we find ourselves unlocked, we'll be able to sit more into this macabre, this spiritual vehicle, where every day it's work emptying. And this is the passage of her story, the priestess, the 44. She asks you to empty yourself, to become empty presence. In that way, we can truly facilitate. There's so much going on in the world outside that we see people claiming rights, practices from ancient traditions. It's time for us to step forward and honor the traditions. Maybe look into our own personal lineages. Teach from that intelligence. Our ancestors, they have medicines. And if we use a rite or a practice from another lineage, may we be respectful of it. May we hold it in its sanctuary. This is a communication, I say, that needs to be shared. This is part of our journey of expansion, of spiritual evolution. This is coming from a new mind frame, new mindset, from the sacred, and not from greed or what is mine, but from the sacred. So may we all step through this doorway, this portal that awaits. Awaken your heart with every action, thought, deed, word spoken. Let us be love in the world. Because we're moving into this field anyway, so you may as well make it easy. You may as well make it easy on yourself. No resistance. Love once is here. The light from the galaxy that we're moving into is activating us to step into this place of loving light. So what would love do? That's your question. Take it with you in every action, every word. What would love do? So my dears, thank you so much for joining me here today. May you be blissfully blessed. Namaste.